Let me ask you something. When did high school football become a transfer portal? When did Friday and Saturday games turn into free agency? We're watching kids change schools every year, not because their family moved, not because of academics, but because of playing time, exposure, depth charts, and a lot of times because of rings. And here's the real question: are we developing young men, or are we assembling rosters simply? Some people will say, Coach, it's about what's best for the athlete. And I agree. Sometimes transferring does make sense. Bad fit, coaching change, academic or athletic opportunity, that's real. But when a sophomore is on his third school, is that growth? Or are the adults chasing wins? Are we empowering kids? Or are we teaching them to leave the moment adversity shows up? Because here's what nobody wants to say out loud. If everybody's transferring to the same three programs, is that freedom or is that competitive imbalance? Is loyalty dead? Or are we just uncomfortable with this new reality? Tonight, we're not picking sides. Well, I might. But more importantly, we're asking the question: are high school transfers out of control? Let's get into it.
After the snap, where the city talks back, talk the game off the field with Ed, Tuck and Mac. First we break it down, then we'll build it back. From uptown to the bridge, we dissecting the gaps. From the whistle to the chats, we don't fumble the facts. If it's happening in the 5, then it's after the snap. Go! After the snap.
What's up, fellas?
Yo, what up, man? What up, Matt?
What's good?
What's going on,
y'all?
man? Hey, guys, man. Before we start, Lala, I appreciate that. I want to take a moment of silence for CJ, man. Member of the JFK football family who tragically lost his life. If we could just take a quick pause for him, man, and celebrate that young man, I'd appreciate it, fellas. All right. Thank you guys for that. That was a sad moment, tragic. And I'm just hoping that his family is strong right now and getting through their tough times.
Yeah, condolences to his family.
Yeah, man. I hope JFK is getting through the tough times. You know, definitely want to show those guys love and support in this moment.
Absolutely.
Tonight's show is going to be a bit controversial. I think I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be eye opening. Montanique, we appreciate that. I think this is a good topic. The DMs, my DMs at least, have been asking for this topic for a while. So here we are. Mac, what's up with you, man? Talk to me.
Not much, man. I've been wanting to do this topic pretty much since we started. And I've been told to hold off. We'll get to it. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying.
I'm finally glad that we're here. I think it's a lot to be talked about. I hope everybody can understand that this is our personal opinions. Even the guests that we have tonight, it's all personal opinions. The chat is there for you to voice your opinion and how you feel about certain situations. I do want to start off, Ed and Tuck, before we even get to high school, because I know the high school segment is going to be a long segment.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I do want to talk about the youth transfer portal. And are they doing that because of it's like a lot. Are they doing that because they see high school and college? Or has that been a thing? I know when I was playing youth football, it wasn't really a thing to really change orbs. I played for the New York Warriors. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Raheem, baby.
Yeah, I played for one.
You played for the New York Warriors, you said?
I played for the New York Warriors. Yeah,
Okay.
when they first started, I played in 2005, in 2006. And around that time, kids were just joining the orgs that was in their area. It wasn't really like if you lived in Queens, you was playing for a Bronx team. If you lived in Queens, you played for a Queens team. From my understanding, I'm not sure when it switched. But yeah, Tuck, I know you would have a little more information on that.
Yeah, I played in. I lived in Coney Island, played in Sheepshead Bay, played for Kings Bay.
Oh wow!
Back in the day. I mean,
was there any programs in Coney Island at the time?
Nah, it wasn't. It came after Coney Island Sharks came after.
Yeah.
So, but I was already, bred in Kings Bay. But yeah, the transfer portal youth is crazy, man.
Do you think
it's bad? Actually,
do you think it's being led by the kids, coaches, families?
It's the parents, to my opinion.
I disagree. I disagree. I think
as parents.
I think adults are definitely part of the blame. I think parents are definitely part of it, but I think there's a culture that has been begun to chase wins, right? Like everyone and I'm not knocking anyone. Everyone's trying to win in Florida, and the only way to really do that here in New York is to kind of build a super team, right? Because there's so many teams out there. In order to really be competitive when you go out of town, you have to gather pieces. And when coaches started doing that and gathering pieces to help win, unknowingly they began to change the culture around youth football, where parents started saying, "Oh, well, let me go join this team so we can win. I can go to Florida with my son. My son can have some great experiences traveling out of town." And I think that began the the snowball effect of what we're seeing now.
But I feel it's the parents, because coaches reach out to the parents, not the kid.
I hear you, but if a coach never reached out, would a parent do it? That's the question, right? What came first?
Yeah, that part too.
Yeah,
but if a kid is one of them on a bad team, you coaches is not going to reach out to the parent.
So back in the days, they didn't, right? So when I started coaching, Tuck, I was coaching in it's called Westchester Pop Warner with the famous. I was coaching with Kips Bay, but the famous team you guys all know about is Mo Better Jaguars. Was whipping tail and taking names and numbers back then. We had boundaries. Like if a kid lived in a certain area, he could only play for one team, right? As other leagues grew and got bigger and expanded, there was no more boundaries. There was free for all. You can get a kid from anywhere. So now we got kids from the Bronx going to Brooklyn, from Brooklyn going to the Bronx, from the Bronx going to Staten Island, from Brooklyn, Staten Island, playing anywhere to try to have and I'm gonna call it a better experience when they play, right? But back in the days,
Florida wasn't really a thing. Back in the day,
Pop Warner had Florida back then. Mo Better was winning regionals back then and going to Florida. Right, Mo Better was doing that. And shout out to Courtney Collins and Tyrone Franklin and Bill Solomon. Those guys built Big Apple, which became the more travel league in New York. Right, it was harder to go through Pop Warner and way more expensive. But Big Apple at that time, it was travel grants and things that were happening that made it easier to travel, and that's how the travel explosion started to happen, because more teams were able to travel. Back then, it was only Pop Warner could travel, and then when AYF started and Big Apple was joined AYF, they started traveling, and again, snowball effect. That was a small little snowball, right? It started into a big snowball fight now, where everyone's going after kids so they could have the best chances at winning out of town. And at the end of the day, are they just really emulating what they see on TV in college? Right? We just watched Miami take Duke's quarterback so they could try to win.
But Ed, let me play devil's advocate for a second. Isn't the goal to go to Florida and win?
Absolutely.
Right. So if I'm a youth coach and I'm trying to compete in Florida and I see what they have there, wouldn't I try my best to assemble a team that can go down there and win?
I think it depends on what your goal is, right? So I say this all the time. For me, and again, not shade on anyone, because I think traveling to Florida for some young men is a great experience.
Yeah, I see.
They get to learn how to play against some top competition they won't see in their city, right? And they see what the big stage is about, and have to perform on there. And you see some kids sometimes fold, and some kids stand up in the bright lights and go crazy, right? So I think it is a great experience for kids, but I always believe that you got to take care of local first, right? If your local league is not good, it doesn't prepare you for that national travel, right? So having a strong local league will help you get better. That's why, again, you see the Florida teams doing well, California teams do well, Maryland, DC teams do well, at least in the past, because they had strong local leagues. They had dog fights. Right now, we got guys that are going to games like, yo, it's about to be 50-0 this week. They, you know what I'm saying? It's not a dog fight. Some guys taking 2 games a weekend because they know that the league game is not going to challenge them.
Yeah.
Right? We got to get back to challenging each other week after week so that we can have better built kids that will be tough enough and ready to go when they get to Florida.
How do you feel about the youth organizations having a national schedule?
I'm not against that. I think
if you got a national team, why not?
So even if it's at the hindrance of kind of ruining the local leagues, like if you feel like your team is so much superior than the local leagues, you agree with having a national schedule for your team?
I do. Hold on. I want to address what Papa Chubb said. Papa Chubb's 1,000% correct. 1,000% correct. Not all coaching is the same coaching. Not all coaching is good coaching. I agree. So, you know, and we actually going to talk about this sooner rather than later, but we got to get out there to and get better as coaches, as youth coaches, as high school coaches, right? We got to get better. So that maybe that's a way to develop the talent, right? That kids are being coached up and they're learning and they're doing so well that they don't want to move. I think Florida's a great experience. I think playing national football, being able to get out there and see what the rest of the country has, I think that's important, because people have to know that it's not just about New York City. It's not about New Jersey. It's not about this regional area. You're competing against the whole nation when you're trying to go to college, right? They're looking at kids in Florida. They're looking at kids all over to try to pick up kids. You're competing against the entire nation. So I think it's important to see that.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So,
yeah, man.
Yeah, no. So I was gonna say, I know before we were speaking on, we'll get to this topic later in the show, but rules set in place. So, do you think for these youth leagues, should there be rules set in place based on address? Basically saying, hey, if you live in this part of Queens, or if you live in Queens, period, you have to play for a Queens organization. If you live in Brooklyn, you got to play for Brooklyn organizations. Do you agree with that, or are we okay with how it is now? You pretty much can go wherever you want.
There's too many orgs, one in Brooklyn.
Well, that too. Well, some say there's a lot of kids in service.
Yeah, it is. But how you gonna? Okay, for instance, you got Mo Better, you got BU. Who else is in the same area? Damn, in the same area. The Legends. They all in the damn same area. So how you gonna go by address?
Yeah.
And then how you gonna tell a parent, no, I don't want my son to play here. I want him to play over there. How you gonna tell a parent that?
I mean, you're not telling the parent that. It would be a league rule. So if your child wants to play in that league, you just have to follow the league rules.
The problem with that is, as soon as the league makes that rule, the next league it's not. And all I'm gonna pick up my organization and go to that next league so that I can get those kids that I want to get. Right. What really needs to happen is that there needs to be a coalition of the league presidents who get together and establish some common, rules that all leagues are going to follow by, right? So now kids won't just jump league to league. Or teams won't be able to jump league to league, because if I go over there, it's going to be the same rules that was over there that was over here, right? And so I got to stay in one place. Man,
So
them comments coming up fast. I can't read them all.
Yeah, one was good. I saw who benefits from.
Go back to that, Dre, when you got a chance.
Okay, I got it. I keep it real. 23. Who benefits from playing nationals, the kids or the organization?
I think both. The kids benefit by playing against better competition, and then the organization benefits by saying that they played at that level, and then moving forward, I guess that would be their pitch to sell to parents and families on why they should come play for that organization.
Yeah, I think you're right. But then again, here we go. Right now, I think it all depends on people's goal. If your goal is to be the biggest organization in the city, then yeah, you want to go to Florida so you can attract more people who want to do that, right? If your goal is to just build young men and move them to the next level, then you might not necessarily need to travel. And right now in New York, we have a league that doesn't travel at all. And
absolutely,
they're pretty stable. They're pretty strong. And
it's the oldest league, isn't it?
Athletes. It is the oldest league in New York City.
And I played in that league, and I'm 46 right now.
Damn, 46.
Yeah.
It's the oldest league, man, and they still get kids too.
And Mac, the piggyback on what you said, somebody said it doesn't matter. Someone will find an address and end up living wherever.
So on that point, let's pivot to high school, because in high school,
same shit.
Kids will figure out, parents or adults will figure out how to get around them rules, right? Mac, you've been asking for weeks to do this show. The DM's been asking to do this show. Every time I open up Instagram, I'm hoping not to see another post about kids moving, but here we go. Kids move.
So I would like to bring that comment back up about the address change. Back when I was in high school, most of the kids played for their local high schools. And this is, I wouldn't say this is that far ago. This is 2006, 2010. You lived in Bed-Stuy, more than likely you played at the high. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too many kids that was living in Bed-Stuy that was traveling to Coney Island to play at Lincoln. And that's when they had the zone school rule in effect, where kids would get placed in their zone school. Most of the kids played for their zone school. As soon as the high schools and things started getting broken down, that went out the window. And when that went out the window, kind of all hell broke loose. Because now kids are pretty much going everywhere. And I feel like that was a great rule. The DOE made it hard for kids to play at other schools because of the zone rule. Where we're at right now, I doubt we can go back to that. But some people say that they like the freedom to play wherever and go wherever.
Yeah, because I was Coney Island, right? So it was Lincoln, Lafayette, Sheepshead Bay, or Madison. Those are the surrounding schools in my area.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and you kind of went to those schools. You weren't going across town, let alone to another borough, for sports. That wasn't a norm. I'm sure it was happening, but it wasn't a norm. Now, yeah, man, it's kind of a free fall. I know even in the Catholic League.
Yeah, graded, but they didn't have football at the time. Lyles.
Oh, I didn't know about that. Yeah. In the Catholic League, they try to put rules in with address, and and people get around. People get around those rules.
Absolutely, people will find a way if they have to, if they want to. And what I was going to say is, you put a rule in. Yeah, there you go. in the Catholic League, right? If after your freshman year, you're supposed to, if you play your sophomore year in the school and you try to transfer to another Catholic school, you have to sit a year. That's the Catholic school rule. I know in the public school, like, people learned how to get safety transfers. I remember when safety transfers started going wild. You know, back when I was running a youth organization, I had high school coaches who would tell me what to do in order to get the safety transfer. Hey, this is what you got to do. You're taking her, have mom go to the precinct. You know.
No, definitely. And but there's plenty other ways outside of the safety transfer now that you can be able to kids can move around.
Yeah,
really tell us, Mac. What are some of the rules you've used?
You can move with your grandmother.
I haven't used any kind of rules.
My bad.
But I've seen kids do a travel hardship.
Yeah, move with your grandmother.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Maybe at one point they were living in Queens and their family up and relocated to Staten Island. So now it's a travel hardship, and
they've moved.
Yeah, that's the way.
You moved.
You back on your quotations?
They moved.
You back on your quotations? Okay.
I mean, that's a way. Now you have charter schools that you don't really have to go through that route of the Department of Education. You have transfer schools where you don't have to go through that route of Department of Education. It's a lot of ways. We can sit here all day and night and talk about ways to get around it. But do we like it?
I think I don't want to say I don't like it. I like it. I think it when it makes sense, right? When a kid has a better opportunity academically, I think it makes sense for him to transfer. When a kid has a better opportunity athletically, it depends, right? Like if a kid is the third string quarterback, I'll give you an example. We got a young man from New Jersey, back in 2019, who was playing corner at his local high school. Well, not local, the school he went to, but he was a freshman and he was playing corner, so he had the opportunity to transfer as a sophomore. Came to us, started at quarterback, and ended up at Duke University. Right, the other school just happened to have 3 Division I quarterbacks on their freshman team. Right. So he transferred and it worked out well from him. The backup quarterback transferred too. It worked out well from him. All 3 of those kids went Division I, right? So yes, if you're sitting behind a Division I talent and you are a Division I talent, not just hoping to be a Division I talent, right? Then maybe it makes sense to transfer.
But you don't know you're a Division I talent at a freshman in your freshman year.
You could if you using Mac's terminology, right? If you 6'5", 285, and can bench 225, you might be a Division I lineman.
Yeah, more
right?
likely.
And you sitting on somebody's bench, it maybe but I believe it happens. I think it happens early. Early freshman year, you get a year to be in that building, year to learn the coaches, the program, and understand whether or not that's right for you.
Oh, so you're a Division I athlete because of the measurables, right?
That's part of it. That's part of it. But let's not get bogged down here real quick. I want to bring on our first guest, right? This guy is the newsbreaker.
Yeah, he got
right?
all the sauce.
Yeah, if you go on IG, he's the newsbreaker. He will have the information you need to know about who is going where. Right? He gets quotes from kids. He posts their graphics. He posts their videos. I like to welcome to the stage. Get him out of backstage, Dre. Let's welcome GG Media.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening. Appreciate everybody for having me on the show.
What's going on, GG?
What's up, man?
Good to finally be on the podcast. Yeah, I love everything that's going on.
We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Welcome. So the burning question everybody wants to know: how you get all this information, man?
I mean, well, I just want to start with everything what GG's about. So, I mean, we have two sides of the business here. It's like sports media side and also the sports marketing side. And solely the media side is just like storytelling and content. So that's all you can per se say: graphic, videos, pictures, anything that you do on an analytic basis. That's what we're looking for, whether it's just to go viral on the platform, just public information, public readiness, and seeing people just on the Instagram, TikTok, and whatnot. And on the side that we're paying most attention now this year, it's the sports marketing side. And this is where our relationships live more with athletes. So we work with athletes directly on the brand positioning. So this is just how coaches, colleges, or other brands, whether it's local, internal, local, like within the city, or it's even bigger. So you never know who's looking. So that's a part of what we do here. We also focus on what comes to mind when you mention the kids. So everybody, names ring bells. Just for familiar names, you can just say Wayne Morgan, Curtis Samuel. You got Josh Rainey that went to Timeville. That's just a lot of names from my era. But when you hear names like that, it's like, oh wow, they played a big impact for their time, their 4 years at the schools that they play with. And lastly, personal image, strategic alignment, how they play on the field, on and off the field, behavior and whatnot. So just to answer your question, how do I get a lot of these transfers coming in? It's two ways. Most of the time, kids reach out personally, just due to the fact how we saying the media side. So it's how the public wants to view them, whether the public wants to see this as breaking news or just regular news. If they reach out, I normally just break down the film, see if it's a positive viewing to post, and then we just get it up there. And if not, I personally reach out to kids. And the thing how I do this to protect the kids, the coaches, the school, there's always a deadline. There's always a signature that has to be signed. There's always a parent
you
that
got
has to
release
be
forms.
involved. Not necessarily, but I know what goes on in in a public school, and you don't want to post information that's just not credible. So on us, we could have something that's been out in public for 3+ months, but we post it relatively on spot where a kid is probably already at the school or signed to be in the school. You just don't want to post information that can haywire
because it can stop the transfer.
Exactly. So that's pretty much the basis of it.
So you're saying, go ahead, Mac.
Yeah, no, I kind of want to say I definitely I like the business aspect of GG Media, man, and how you put it together, the foundation of it. You have different kind of pockets within the business. With this opening up, I do think that there should be some kind of consulting piece with this, because I think kids and families may need guidance with the transfer in from high school to high school. A couple years ago, maybe like 2 years ago, I know a kid transferred from one school to another school, and he was a junior going into his senior year. Went to that school and might have played maybe 5 snaps when he was the guy at the previous school. And I felt so bad, man. You don't get that time back. You don't get your senior year back. Time moves on, and you just missed out on your senior season because you wanted to go somewhere and maybe play at a bigger program. So I do think what you're doing, I'm all about highlighting the kids, man. I know the kids love to be highlighted.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, I definitely think they do need some consulting before their transfers.
No, absolutely. I think it's important to ask the right questions of the program, get a feel for the program. I think maybe visit some practices, right? Make sure that the coaches are being upfront with you. Like, where do you really stand on the depth chart, right? Or are you going to be eligible? What are the transfer rules?
And this is high school we're talking about.
High school is
That's crazy.
It's a portal now, right? Like this is happening every year. You word on the street from what I hear is that some programs inboxes are full of kids who are looking to go to their school, who are looking to get on a bigger stage, right? Who want to represent New York City in a bigger way. GG, tell us what's your DMs look like, man? How packed are those DMs? A kid trying to get a graphic from you to announce where he's going.
I mean, yeah, as far as transferring, some news to me, I do view it as, as we see breaking or most impactful to the media sites. And some news is just like, all right, let's see how this goes for you, because everybody as an athlete, their stories are different. Their past is going to be way different. There's kind of two periods where I look forward to the transferring aspect, and obviously that's for the spring into the summer, and that's for the fall into the spring. And it's really rare for that to happen, but definitely after season, I look forward to, seeing how a kid's season went, whether they're moving or not, because a lot of things happen. Whether there's an issue within the school, whether there's a coach leaving, whether there's your teammates leaving. We see it every year. It's always that one school where, things kind of change, and not to mention schools, but you have coaches leaving, you have a handful of players leaving, you probably have academics downfall. A lot of things come into play when kids are transferring, but there's also highs and lows with this for players itself and families as well.
What's the biggest reason you hear from kids when they say, I left because? What are they telling you?
On a transparent note, I don't really get into a personal answer for kids.
Oh man, GG has been media trained. Good answer.
So if it's me, it's just, I can accept all the visual cues I see. I was once a player, so I can see from outside looking in how a kid could view him as transferring, but also seeing what the public sees, and pretty much I see that a lot of kids just want to go to stronger programs or be more visible to the public, pretty much. And other components that I see why transferring is good and probably consistent, well, not good, but why is it consistent in New York City is competition, to be visible, or just go to a winning program. Because, I mean, as a kid, parents want you to go to a school for education, right? A lot of traditional parents want you to go to school for education. So that separates a lot of things where you have a school that's just good, really good academically, and you have a school that's probably mediocre academically, but really high power program in school. And if you put both two components left and right, it's hard to say, hey, yeah, let me just tell you to go to the good school that has good education, and we'll figure out your athletic career afterwards, versus let me send you to a moderate school where I know you're going to be plus 500 out the year. You're going to go to the playoffs. You potentially could have looks by your junior, senior year. So, those components is hard to judge a family or a player, but that is why everybody's journey is different,
Yo, Gigi, I do want to speak on coaches adapting. And I feel like a lot of coaches kind of fall behind because they can't adapt with the times. I.e., on a different level, Nick Saban. Nick Saban understood that this wasn't his type of time of football. He's not used to what's going on. He's not used to, players, transferring back and forth. I apply that for the same that's going on within New York City. Some of these coaches were in positions where kids kind of just fell in their lap, and then they just coach the kids up. Now, as a high school coach, you have to go out and actively recruit. You're not going to have kids just falling in your lap anymore. So I kind of blame that aspect on the coaches. And then you're heavy on the media side. I feel like coaches need to understand the importance of having a strong social media presence. Mm-hmm. The kids look forward to that. And if you don't have that, I mean, amongst other things, then you will kind of fall by the wayside. And what's your thoughts, like, as far as teams, high school teams, media's presence?
Yeah, and exactly. That's why it happens so much in New York. We have a high volume of athletes, but we have limited exposure. And there's a bunch of school. There's a bunch of individuals in New York Cities that's doing their part as far as the media, and you see a lot of guys that's coming together. We have TYJ, we have Shot by LJ, we have FB4 that's in Staten Island. So the community is doing their job trying to
Yeah,
reach
shout out to
out and
that
get our
guys.
kids. There's a lot of people I may have missed, but sorry, just top of my head.
Mhm.
There is there's a demand of our media, but there's just not enough for schools individually. So I
Right.
don't know if this works for okay. For example, Abraham Lincoln has a media team.
Mhm.
This is internal. The internal media team has to be a profound in their communications versus external, like versus reaching out to, hey, TYJ, can you do this versus shop out. It could start in-house first and then
Mhm.
it'll grow from there. So you have some teams that are now creating a Twitter program. You have teams creating Instagram platforms. This is
Yeah.
important. If a college wants to find a kid, they're not per se looking up at the external media teams unless like we are doing our job to really grow far into this
Right.
and everybody's doing their part tremendously where sometimes coaches don't have to reach the schools. They probably will see it on our platforms. But if a coach from University at Albany or a coach from Rhode Island, let's just go for D1 double. If they want to reach out a kid, they should be going to the school platform first
Absolutely.
prior than finding Johnny visuals or finding Johnny this, like so
Yeah.
they reach out to their program. So this is why we want to push programs to having a media presence first, but you have the support of a lot of entrepreneurs and kids, individuals in New York City that's helping this. Like the platforms across New York City is really huge, but we can only play such a part. You must also play a part into that growth.
So
Yeah, and they can't beat everywhere. So
Mhm.
I'm thankful for y'all guys, man, for
Of
real,
course.
because y'all helping the kids in the city, and it's just gonna. I hope it continue and it grows.
so I
Yeah.
Shout
want
out
to
to y'all. Yeah.
I want to push back just a little, and this might be another show. My question is social media, is Instagram visuals, is Instagram reels, is that really exposure, right? And that could be another conversation. But Gigi, I do agree with you on the fact that high schools need to make sure they have a presence on the platforms where coaches are looking, where coaches are following, and they can, you know, be seen there. And just one more shout out, one of the best social media guys
Absolutely.
I've seen in a long
Absolutely.
time.
Yeah.
The bag is coming, Loud Cage. The bag is coming. Just so
Yo,
you know, man.
amazing.
I'm coming for you, man. We,
Mhm.
but yeah, he does a great job. But Gigi, you're right? Kids need social media. I think sometimes though it's for the likes and clicks, and not necessarily for the right thing, for the exposure, to showcase their talent to the right audience.
Yeah,
And I think it's important for coaches to try to explain that to the kids, man, that what the right audience is and what the right platforms are, where they can actually get exposure rather than just getting likes and retweets or reposts or story posts and things like that.
Yeah, and the media side is really how we control the narrative. We want to produce a high level content that can elevate how athlete is perceived to not just New York City, but on the national aspect. Whether you're getting recruited from from the West Coast to the East Coast, we just want to show you better. And in my opinion, on Instagram versus X, to me, I think Instagram is more internal to our community. Like, and when I say internal, I think it's to go viral within the community. It's to go viral with just us, New York City, or whatever demographic is near us. But when we want to speak externally, I think X is a better platform for kids because that's where coaches actually go. You're not about to see
Well said.
a FBS or FCS coach go on Instagram to find a kid
Mhm.
because it's not that's not the platform for that. And if anything, these coaches, these programs, they're either going on Huddle and they're searching by region, they're going on platforms 247, or we now have Prep Red Zone. They're going on platforms that are more structured versus versus an Instagram. Instagram is not
that exact platform that we should be pushing. It's good for everything within the community. You know, if I post after the snap is going to see XYZ kid leaving. If I post, hopefully overtime is going to see that. That's all internal. But now when we want to reach coaches on a different platform, we need to utilize X, because that went from when I was recruiting to now, it has tremendously growth on X. So
Yeah.
this is why, once again, kids, we are not kids, young men, we're preaching to keep your Instagram profile
Clean.
athlete ready. You know, like, it's okay if you guys want to have 2 separate accounts. I mean, if you can have one, learn how to handle one. If you want to have 2, we would never tell you not to have 2, because Instagram is ideally not that exact platform. But once, you never know who goes on Instagram. You never know if they have a specific coaching personnel go on Instagram just to see if this is the kid we want. And then you go on Instagram, you're flexing, you're doing this, you're doing that. Coaches shy away from that, you know. So that's just a note to have.
Yeah, we posted the wrong thing.
Yeah. So GG, man, we really appreciate you being here.
Absolutely.
Give the people, you know, one more statement, what you want them to know, and then make sure you tell them where they can find you at, how they can reach out to you, how they can acquire your services.
Yeah, if you're a kid just looking to transfer, make sure you're doing most of your research. You know, see what's best for you. A lot of people can't tell you what to do. We just could give you advice. Everybody's story is different. As far as commits, anything else you want, reach out DM. You know, we're open. It's not really about money here. It's just about the exposure. So just don't ever be afraid to reach out. We definitely will handle a lot of things that we're capable of. And, you know, we're on all platforms right now, Instagram, TikTok, and most importantly, we're on X. We have a lot of coaches from D3, D2 to D1 on our platform. So a good repost is appreciative. We would definitely repost. We could do all of that. So just tag us in anything, whether you go to our camps, recruiting visits, where we'll just make sure the platform is there available for you.
Great. Thank you.
Much appreciated, man.
Yeah, appreciate your time tonight, man.
All right, thank you so much.
And I'm gonna go follow you on X. I know you was on X. I'm gonna go follow you there.
Yeah, same, man.
All right, appreciate you, Jenna.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey,
Yeah.
I just want to bring up one comment. Hey, Drake, can you bring up Montanique's comment? I think this was so on point. Right? Yes, the IG stuff and those reels, those exciting videos, that is exposure. But your proper video highlights need to be made on Huddle, shared on X. That's excellent information right there. That's where where people need to be. I think that that's just important. There's so many kids that I see who want to get exposure but don't have a highlight tape, don't have a Huddle tape, right? They send Instagram clips to people. That's not how you get noticed. That's not how you get evaluated. You need a proper Huddle highlight film. And I'm gonna just say this one time: shame on you coaches that are not filming all your games, right? Just got to make sure we say that. Shame on you coaches that are not filming all your games. That's right, Lyle. They need a proper name. You know, put your government in there. The coaches are looking for you, right? You don't. If you want to be recruited, government name is going to be needed.
Yeah, word.
Yeah.
Nah, they like to use they slang.
Oh, I know.
You know?
So we've been nice and calm, Mac, and I know we probably don't agree on this transfer stuff. So I want to get into that. And Lyle, I know you said you're going to transfer podcast if we only stick to an hour. It's 7:46. We're going to give you more than an hour tonight, Lyle. We're going to give you more than an hour tonight. But Mac, before me and you go at it, I want to bring up another guest, right?
Absolutely.
Well, before we get to that guest, I just want to say I was sipping some tea this morning, right? And thinking about what guests we could bring up when I was sipping my hot tea this morning. I was riding through New York City sipping tea this morning, and I couldn't figure out who else we should bring up, you know. But soon we're gonna get to some tea soon. So I know you be watching, I know you be looking. I don't know who you are yet, but we want some tea on the podcast soon. Just wanted to point that out. But next guest, this guy, he's been on both sides of the transfer portal, right? From the side where he, as they say, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. So with no further ado, the man, the myth, the legend, King David. Dave Legree. What's up?
Yo,
Oh, man.
What up, Dave?
it's good, man.
Oh, man.
My guys, man, what's going on?
Chilling, man, chilling.
Hey, just to get on topic, congratulations to you on your new job.
Word,
Thank you, man.
yes,
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate
in
that.
Maryland.
yes. I'll kind of lead this off, man.
Can y'all hear me? good?
Yeah,
We can hear you. We can hear you, man.
A little bit.
I just want to say that sweater looks amazing on you, man. The purple and gold sweater look like you look at home. Look like you at home in that.
I'm always at home and be great.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Yo, so Dave, I got a question to lead things off, man. I know you're no longer with NYC football or high school football. Your thoughts on the transfer portal? Are you pro or con transfer portal?
I'm 100% pro transfer portal.
Yes. So I knew you was gonna say that. Does it matter if you're on the winning or losing side of it?
Don't matter.
Either side. The game is a game. So
That's a part. That's a part of it. Like when you're always hunting and you're always looking and you're connected with the youth, you're connected with parents, you're gonna have a lot of opportunities to bring kids in. It's a part of the game that we play. And I've always been a proponent of, if a kid transfers or if a kid don't want to be here, meaning South Shore, then leave. Like
right.
There's no hard feelings. Like I'm trying to build something here.
Mhm.
And if you don't see yourself within that, whatever that picture is, then that's fine. Like I'm super good with that. Like we've had really good players leave. We have players that I thought weren't that good leave. We've had kids that I wish stayed. We had kids that I wish we never recruited. Like it's just a part of the game. It's not like a knock to the kid. It's not a knock to us. It's just how it goes, man. Like
it's not a good fit.
Yeah, like the best programs are gonna lose kids. The worst programs are gonna get kids. Like I see, like we played this a team. I'm not gonna mention them. I'm not taking no shots this year. But we played a team this year that was not good. They had this kid. He was a freshman too, like running around. I'm like, yo, who? And then we like, you already know how we do. We like, yo,
yeah.
who's gonna extend the olive branch to make that happen?
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, like like you see teams like you like, how the hell did this team get that? And then sometimes it's like sometimes these kids don't know, their parents don't know. Sometimes these kids never played football before. They just pop on the scene, 9th grade. Somebody seen them walking down the hall.
Mm-hmm.
Like these things happen. So it's like transfers are a part of the game. Like,
So I think that some people take on the transfer portal a little differently. I be in the mix with the transfer portal at times. I kind of fell back a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
But absolutely.
Yo, Ed, I ain't gonna say that.
But
What you mean, Dave?
listen, I have some rules and regulations on how I deal with it.
There's definitely rules to it, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's a code, right? Exactly. It's kind of a code.
There's a code.
There's a code.
So you just said you took a step back, but you got rules and regulations for transfers that's coming in.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I'm not involved as I was in the past.
Hey, Mac, before you get into all the rules, hey, Dave, James has a question for you. He's wondering who that freshman is. You don't got to tell him on the air.
Yeah, I'm not.
Text me about it.
No.
I'll let him know on the side. Just text me the freshman's name and what school he's at, and I'll make sure it gets out to the people who are asking, okay?
I'm
I'll take care of it for you.
I'm gonna inbox you on Xbox to get the info. Right?
I'm not saying a kid name.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to say it. You can type it.
I'm not typing it. I'm not saying there ain't gonna be no sign language. Nothing. I was just saying for the purpose of the conversation.
The conversation, yeah.
It's like you see kids at the best schools that you was like, dag, like, yo, he's third string over there. He could be a starter here. And you see kids that's on a team that's 0-8, but you know, this kid got 50 tackles or he got 600 yards or you know, he would have a bunch of catches if he was, you know, if he had the right system or whatever it may be. So that's all it was. I'm not here to
And back to the code of ethics.
Go ahead.
I
want to hear this.
What's the code, Matt? What's the code?
No, this is just my code. I don't know if everybody.
Oh yeah, I want to hear yours.
Some people attack the portal a lot more aggressive than I do. I'm not as aggressive. Like I no longer am going to seek out a kid, if that makes sense. And then if a kid reaches out to me, depending on where he's currently at, I would reach out to the coaches at that school.
Cap.
It's not cap.
It depends on this highlight tape, Mac. Stop it.
It's not cap. We could probably say this now. I reached out to Dave. Like, yo, this is what's going on. I'm not gonna mess up a personal relationship of mine that I cherish over a kid. So
I agree. I've done that.
I'm gonna make sure I do my due diligence. Yo, this is what's going on. Let me know, and then we can have that conversation. If the kid end up not coming, then that's
hold on, Matt. What did I tell you? He gave me
the rundown. Gave me the rundown.
That's crazy. Hey, Dave, I reached out to Mac, and Mac, don't touch him. Leave him alone. You know what I'm saying?
But there are kids that I would tell. If first of all, there's certain kids. All right, let's start like this. If the kid don't even tell me he trying to leave, go. I'll tell you everything you need to know. Boom, 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 go. I don't care who it is, who it was. Like if they're the best kid, I have a coach, or the worst kid. If you don't have the decency enough to be able to come to me as someone that's been looking out for you, someone that recruited you, and you know that is front line for you. If you don't have the decency enough to tell me that, then go. But if there's certain kids like, all right, so for instance, like we call him Rolly, Jason. He just transferred to Lincoln. Like I knew that from jump. Like that, this is a kid that I have a great relationship with. Got a great relationship with his parents. This is something I knew from jump. Like so, a lot of things like breaking news. South Shore lost another one. It's like I'm leaving. So a lot of these kids that I recruited, like that I have great relationships with, are like your coach. Like when everything started happening, it was like what's gonna happen with you? This and the third, All right, I'm leaving. Once I found out I'm leaving. All right, cool. I told everybody, even before the post came out, the kids knew way before that, right? So it's like certain kids, like a Rolly, like he going into his senior year, it's a lot of uncertainty. He feels like, so he feels like he wants something different or better for him. So all right, cool. Like I'm gonna help you facilitate that, right? So I don't need to talk to people. God bless you. I don't need to talk to people at Lincoln, but it's like I know the things that they do offensively. That would benefit him.
Shout out to him, man.
Yo, tell OC he owed me a little bottle. Man, crazy. We'll he gonna put to the side.
Hey,
shout out to him, man.
Dave, I want to ask you a question, man. Do you consider yourself a superhero?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Superhero.
I mean, like Batman. Batman got the bat signal, and Dave LeGree got the. got another one.
Yo,
Dave LeGree got the. I got another one signal.
Hey, they know what that means when it's.
I'm gonna miss that, man.
When the city see that, they know what that meant.
I'm gonna miss that, man.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna miss seeing that on.
Come see what's
Yo, and this is what I was talking about before, Tuck. As far as a code, like that was him giving
on,
that was him giving the kid direction to where would be a good fit.
It's my son right here.
What's up?
He keep jumping in and out of the screen. So go ahead, my bad, y'all.
No, you're good. But
No,
that
I
was
get
that,
it. I get it. I get what
You
you're
get it?
saying, man. I
Yeah,
get what you're saying.
man. So that happens. So to put things in perspective is why I rock with Dave so much. Because the game is the game. The first time, well, when I left Sheepshead before, maybe like 4 or 5 coaches was texting me like, yo, I'm just letting you know it's free game. I'm coming after some of those kids that's over there since you're not there. I kind of respected them reaching out and saying that rather than other coaches just kind of coming in and giving kids tours of the building. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like common courtesy, man. It's
But everybody don't have that common courtesy such as yourself and
Well,
Dave.
hold
you know?
on.
It puts things in perspective. Who you can rock with, right? Who do you see? Who can
That's
you say
important.
to yourself, like, all right, you know what? Like, I remember how this person did or dealt with this situation, right? Like, even like I have really good friends around the city, like, and when they heard the nonsense, and then they, you know, like when I kind of explained certain things, they was like, okay, well, when you know what you're gonna do, you let me know. So like, all right, cool. But the fact that they reached out was stand up for me. Then I have other people that I thought we had good relationships with, and I got my kids coming like, yo, coach, like, what's up? Who just hit me up down there? And then it's like you feel like you got to start addressing people that you felt like you had good, genuine relationships with, because these kids that I have these good relationships with, they're not just going to leave, or they're not just going to do weird old things and just, you know, us not know about it, right? Whether that be me or whether that be Coach Jamal, whether that be Battle, whether it be anybody, if we brought them in and, you know, they got good relationships with us, we know from jump, like we know before, and we did our best to try to guide them into right situations, right? Like, you know, there's a couple other kids that, you know, like that left, and some left on good terms, some left on not bad terms, but like didn't say anything and left or whatever. Like, yo, we wish them the best. It's like the same way we wish the kids that we help the best. It's a part of the game. Like when we recruit, we out here and we moving around. Like when you see me at a youth league game, like I'm not there to see the parents. I'm there locked in. Who's performing, right? Once I see who's performing, then I need to see the parent. Once we see the parent, what school did you put down on your high school application? All right, you put these two. All right, add this one, right? Like that's how we doing it. We ain't there to just politic with the coaches.
Yo, and that's another thing, man.
Oh yeah, I've seen you in action, just so you know.
I said this before. Definitely gonna miss coaches like yourself. You, Coach Nugent. There has to be guys out there that's actively trying to get these kids. Like the days of you just, I said this earlier, of you kind of just waiting for kids to show up at your school. Those days are over.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
that's not happening.
That's over. So if we don't have coaches that's actively going out, the same 2 or 3 schools is going to be dominant every year. And the PSL is never going to balance out.
Yeah,
which sucks.
Dave, I don't agree with Mac though. I'm not gonna miss you. That shellacking I took last year in the 8th grade game.
Yo, Mac, I'm not.
No. Nah, you can't coach. You can't coach. You gotta go. Only if you're on my side of the field.
As long as Mac give me the green light, I'm back.
Only if you're on my side of the field. We're not doing that.
As long as Mac. I seen the clips. I seen the clips of the dude's highlight tapes. I'm like, yo, we was drawing this up in the dirt, really getting to it. We was really getting to it.
Yeah.
It was so many kids that would leave practice or come to practice late, so we never really had the core.
Full, yo.
Then what's crazy is our athlete, our quarterback, gets hurt the first possession of the game.
Yes.
So I'm like, I really can't even do what I really wanted to do. But I say, yo, you know what? I got this.
Wait, so you lost, Ed? You lost?
Yeah, Ed lost.
I don't remember.
No, they didn't lose.
I don't remember.
They didn't look.
Listen, I had to go to the sideline and tell Dave to pull a kid.
Dave,
Oh, yeah.
I
Dave,
said, yo, his half is done.
hold on.
Yeah, I told
Let me
Mac,
give you Dave. Let me give you the backstory.
Hold on. I said, yo,
Go
Mac,
ahead.
I'm trying to score 100 points, bro. Please leave me alone.
Damn, 100.
Yeah,
Yo,
man.
yo,
I
Dave,
had to show some of these kids. I'm like, they was like, yo, we heard about the offense, but this crazy. I'm like, yo, we didn't even scratch the surface.
Yeah.
Dave, let me tell you the backstory of what really happened, right? So me and Mac was on the phone one night and we talking like, yo, I'm gonna coach one side, you gonna coach the other side. I'm like, bet. He said, yo, we gotta get staffs. I was like, bet. I know who my OC is. I'm getting the best OC in the city. He was like, really? I was like, yeah. 3 minutes later, he's like, I text Dave already. Now what you gonna do? That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. I text Dave already. Now what you gonna do? I said, Mac, I'm not
I
gonna
already
push
had
him.
reached out to him before.
Nah,
that text
B. Nah,
was to
B.
confirm it.
Wait.
I already told.
So wait, you backdoor and
Back door.
I
He pulled
already
up to the
had,
back door.
I had reached out to Dave months in advance. That text was like, yo, you still with coaching the game? He like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool.
Then he told me you was on his staff. He didn't even ask you.
Oh,
He
yeah,
just put you
yeah.
on his staff.
Yeah.
I just told him I wanted to call the plays. I ain't really.
Yeah, you was gonna call all the players on my side of the
Ain't no
field.
front though. Our coaching staff was like that though. I see. Rel messaging. It was.
Man, Dave, man, it was great to have you on.
Nah, we was like that though, man.
but
We had a lot of fun that day. I wish it could
Yeah.
like the practices, like with all of the talent that we have, and that you accumulate through that game, which is amazing. That amazing job that you do, Matt. If those kids could really if we could get the practices to be like how they can be, like with all the talent, it's just like, bro, like we get there at 10, you got 20 good players,
Yeah.
then in 30, 45 minutes they gotta leave, but then another wave of
kids come. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so he like the first, I want to say first two practices, I couldn't even really like remember who I had.
Who you had,
But
yeah.
then that last practice, I was like, oh, he with me, right, Mac? And he was like, yeah. I started writing the names down.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, so then I started just on the way to the game. I'm just like, all right, well. Then we sat in the calf. We giving out the jerseys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all had a locker room. Y'all had a locker room.
I'm like, yo, Mac, yeah. Mac was like, say no more. Say no more. We was ready.
And I think more coaches, and this is what I mean by being an active coach. You would think that a lot of coaches from around the city would just reach out and ask the coach in the game to form relationships with these kids. They don't. I reach out like, yo, I'm trying to get different schools involved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, come down, meet these kids. Like, I don't know if I don't know, man.
They probably got their own platform to reaching out to those kids.
Maybe.
I mean, some people have their own little. All right, let's just be honest. Some schools don't have to reach out to kids. Like these kids are gonna go there regardless. Like these kids are like, I'm going to the school. Who's recruiting from there? Nobody. I'm going. That's more than likely. That's the same kid That's the same kid you're getting in the portal in a year or two. But like sometimes you can't persuade a kid, like, right? Like it's like no matter what you do, no matter how much you show them, right? Like I've had kids, I talk about my own nephew. We had Zaire come to the school. We rolled out the red carpet. Zaire and Logan. That's they came on a double visit. We had the cheerleaders.
Oh shit!
We had the band playing for them.
Oh shit!
You did the program style.
Nah, this is nice.
What? I'm like, if I could get these two dudes, I'm kicking my feet up. I'm call what y'all want to call. Like, you can ask them like, yo, I had their parents there. Obviously, Jamal coaches with us. We rolled out the red carpet for them. Obviously, we didn't get them, but those, like the caliber of those type of kids, you roll the red carpet out for those type of kids. But then you have other kids where you don't do that, but you do things similar for them, and they still feel like this is not the answer for them. It's like, yo, what you want me to do? Like, all right, we struck out on him. We have a recruiting board. Like,
Really? Can you show it to me?
absolutely not.
Same.
We have a recruiting board.
You're not here no more.
And we had the guys still there.
The guys still there.
Still home team. And we got 5-star kids, we got 4-star kids, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star. Like that class, it was only two. We had 2 5-stars in that class, and one went to Erasmus, the other one went to Canarsie. Well, now he's at Eagle now, obviously, but we rolled out the red carpet for them. Like, you can't ask either one of them. Was the visit not dope? Like, bro, we had their jerseys. Yo, I brought the steam to the crib. Steam the jerseys.
Lyle has asked you to stop. He doesn't want you to talk about this anymore on the public platform. Once again, if you need to get this off your chest, I'll call you after.
That's fire.
And you can tell me all the things you did.
Lyle said I'm giving the keys away. My bad.
Yeah, you can tell me all the things you did personally. You don't gotta tell everybody.
I'm just telling you, like, when you got kids like that, when you feel like certain kids are a gem, right? Like, obviously, it's easy for me to say I've been watching Zaire since he was born, but then catching up with Logan, like his end of his 7th grade year, really trying to tap in with that. Every time I'm there, I see Danny there, and I always see Erasmus coaches, but
absolutely,
when you see Danny there a lot, you know that he feel the same way I'm feeling. Like, yo, this motherfucker is special. So it's like I'm there, like, constantly, like there, and it's like you try to make sure that you're selling yourself, your school, who you are, your character, everything to these kids, and you putting everything front line for these type of kids. And
I want to go back to what Mac was talking about, and you guys touched on a bit, relationships, right? Have you ever lost a relationship with a coach over a kid because he did you dirty? He just went about his business in the wrong way. Has that ever happened?
I never lost a relationship, but I do look at people differently.
Okay.
But the people that I'm super cool with, I feel like they wouldn't even do that to me. But the people that I'm like, I got good relationships with, it kind of shows like, all right, like this is why me and this person aren't as cool as we could or should be, because things of that nature. But for me, I can't say I lost a genuine friend off that. And like me and Mac, man, like, he told you, like, we text and we go back and forth about certain kids and all that. And
like that a group chat. Like, what y'all doing, man?
Not to say, like, Mac been my guy, bro. He been stand up about a lot of things that has gone on or whatever. And it's like I could tell you I'm cool. I could tell you that I'm stand up, but like when I'm constantly telling you, I'm constantly telling you, right? Like Ed was like, "Yo, come out to the, we got a coaches clinic out at the school." I pulled up. Like, I'm always support. Like, that's just the type of person I am. Like,
obviously my tour wasn't that good. You know what I'm saying? We should have had a band.
Yo, bro, you ain't even offer me nothing. Yo, Ed.
Yo, that's not for the podcast. That's not for the podcast.
But Dave, I got a question for you, Doug. What about
Ed be full of it. But what's up, Tuck?
What about the kid that leaves your program? Like, how you respond to him in his future?
I show all them love. Sometimes they they see me, they like, but I show all of them love. Like, I don't.
It's not personal.
It's not personal. Like,
cool. All right.
I'm not losing any sleep over a kid not being here. Like, I'm not losing sleep. Like, I mentioned the kid that we wanted to keep but left, David Jacob. Like, he's at LIU now. Like I was a big piece that we missed from that semifinal team. I did not want him to leave. Like, that one hurt. Damn. All right, cool. Got to get up. Like, who we gonna go get? Like, like, who we gonna find to replace him? Right? Like, that was a big piece. I see him. I say, yo, what's up, dog? What's up? Like, it's always it's love for me. It's never feeling like it's never no bad blood between me and any kid. Like if the kid feels a certain way, maybe he feel like I didn't play him, or maybe he feel I didn't give him opportunity. That's different. That's on him. But as far as for me, like I'm not seeing no 15, 16-year-old kid and like
Yeah, I can shady.
like,
Or
like feeling staticky with no kid, bro. Like that ain't, that's not who I am as a
yo,
person.
Ed, how do you deal when kids leave your program?
So Tuck, has Dave ever come to your youth games?
I mean, we've been at the same arenas.
But not he don't come to your youth games. I know Dave said he'd be outside. Okay.
No, he never stopped by BU Field.
Okay.
Well, they said BU kids only. They said BU kids.
Hold
only
on. Chuck, I never stopped by BU Field.
And
You better patch Adam in. Patch
Pete,
Adam.
I must have not been there. I haven't seen it.
Come on, patch Adam in. I'm outside, man. Like
yeah, like I said, I probably wasn't there at the time when you did that.
But what I will say is that
we had communication, because we've been in the same.
That's what I was about to say. Like what I will say
is same games.
It's when I grew up, it was Mo Better, it was the Chiefs, it was a couple other teams. I don't want to feel like I'm missing out on people. Like Tomahawks was around.
Yep.
It wasn't. Now it's like a youth program on every corner.
No, it is.
I can't get to every youth program, and then that's what coaches say. Like, yo, bro, you gotta come recruit them, bro. It's me. It's we got about 4 coaches that's really like hitting the ground running, bro. Like we can't be at every youth program, bro. Yeah. Then it's like when you show up, you show face or whatever. Like I'm here, I'm showing face, I'm working with the kids, this and the third. Like I'm taking some numbers down, this and the third. It's like I can't get back to that same program until about next month.
Yeah, it's difficult,
bro. Imagine so many teams.
Imagine if it's only one guy out there doing that. You know how hard it is.
That's how BU kids on his roster.
Huh?
You actually got 2 BU kids on your roster. I mean,
we've had a couple BU kids on the roster over the years, bro. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we try to get out, bro. It's just, and then again, like going back to my point, it's like when you get out to these programs, when you show face, it's like, oh, you only showed up one time. How many times you want me to be there? You practice there Monday and Wednesdays. The other youth program practice there Tuesdays and Thursdays. Like at the same field, bro. I got a family, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what we like to do, we like to set up a tour with schools for the parents and kids to go out, and then the coaches do what they got to do.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Send me that info.
There's a couple of youth teams that do that, man. I know Angel does that for kids.
He only going to Erasmus and.
All right.
Yeah. Lord, please forgive Dave for he is still flesh.
I honestly think Bill does a good job. He does it virtual. Where he has you don't like it? He has high school. Ed, you look too happy about it. But Ed does it. What did he say?
What happened? Why
do you have any thoughts about losing? Oh yeah, we're gonna come back to that. Yeah, we're gonna come back to that that comment. But Bill does a virtual kind of like presentation for high school coaches to get on and kind of showcase their school. But I do want to segue to a comment, Dre, because I asked Ed before, he didn't comment, but he does want to. He should want to answer to this comment. Ed, do you have any thoughts on losing guys? Me and Dave know the game is the game. How do you feel?
Matt, it says losing elite guys.
Oh, I missed the elite part. But a kid is a kid. You know what I'm saying?
A kid is not a kid. If he's elite, if he's elite, he's elite. If he's not elite, he's not elite.
Yeah, but he didn't want to be there. So
it is. Do you have any thoughts of losing them? No, I mean, I'm not saying anything other than that. The kid is elite.
But is there any different than losing an elite kid than a good kid? And what makes a kid elite, right?
What makes the kid? That's what.
Hey, hey guys, I'm trying to answer. You want me to answer this?
Yes.
All right. So, like I was saying,
You wasn't saying. You're still not saying.
Yeah, he definitely
Wait,
on mute.
I'm sorry, I put it on mute by accident.
Yeah, we definitely hear you.
Oh, my bad. What I was saying was, when you lose an elite kid, it's like,
This guy.
oh no, the mic don't want to let that out. Nah, okay, let's keep it 100.
Oh,
They kicked him.
Dre took him off. Yeah,
Dre
Dre
kicked
took,
him.
I don't know if he kicked himself.
Dre said I had enough of this.
So Coach
Yo,
Jarrell,
Dre, what you doing, man? Dre, I was only
Dre said
playing,
I had
man. I
enough
was
of it.
doing that. I was faking like I
yeah,
couldn't even talk.
Dre didn't catch her on. Yeah.
You know, so now what I was gonna say was, losing an elite kid hurts, right? It hurts, but you gotta move on. My mom told me after when I got my first job, I was showing up every day. I was early. I was staying late. I was doing everything. She said, "Yo, you know, if you die tomorrow, they're gonna keep moving, right? Everybody's replaceable. Some people harder to replace than others, absolutely, right? But if I die tomorrow, Hayes gonna move on, right?
How's your relationship with that kid?
My relationships are always genuine, right? So if I have a relationship with you, it's not going to change because you're playing in another jersey, right? There's young men right now who went to another school, got a lot of shine, became all city, who I send colleges information on them, send his highlight tape out, check on them. Yo, you getting recruited? Let's talk about it. Let's do this. Let's do that. Send me your tape. Let me work on it. Yo, let's fix this tape. Let's do this, because that's who I am, right? Is my relationships with kids are not transactional. It's not about you playing football. GG Media brought up the kid, or the Mr. Pre-Production. I'm sorry for bringing pre-production in here. This kid named Carlos. Carlos ain't played for me since he was 14. That was 10 years ago. We still talk all the time. If I ask Carlos to show up right now, he'll pull up right now. Like, that's how I am with my kids, man. If you my guy, and I call you my guy, you my guy for life. You know, it transcends football. So, you know, if anyone's looking for a mentor, a person that's going to be in their life forever, not just through high school, but through college, I'm your guy.
And
Yo, put my picture up and put
Yo, we're gonna do that. We're gonna drop a picture. You gotta get my face, superimpose me on Dave's face.
Yo, Lau, I need you to edit and face with that speech in the background. Yo, this guy right here.
Yeah, this was crazy, yo.
Yo, Chubbs, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I try to be transparent with kids and their families, and you know, sometimes people don't we don't see eye to eye on it, and that's what it is. I still send you a Merry Christmas. You know what I'm saying? I send out hundreds of Merry Christmases to including kids I didn't get, to including kids that left.
Yo,
You know?
Ed, so I know Cardinal Hayes usually have four-year players. But I feel like we're moving into a time where, I hate to say it, man, but that's kind of unrealistic. How are you guys adapting with that?
Day by day. You know, it's unfortunate now that it's like college. You got to recruit your own locker room these days. You got guys especially when you have a 2-8 season, you know, and people forget that the last time we had a 2-8 season, we won the state championship the next year. People forget that. I mean, that's what happens when you're young. We started three sophomores and 14 juniors last year. We were super young, so you're gonna take losses as kids adapt to and learn the varsity level. But the sharks in the water, and I don't mean from sheep's head, right? There's sharks in the water, and they come after your kids, man. When you go 2-8, because people do want to jump when you're losing, right? People want to go seek greener pastures, but sometimes you gotta understand that their grass is only green because they painting it. You know what I'm saying? That it ain't really green. It's brown and dying, but they painting it green. What I tell you here is that it's real. Cardinal Hayes will play St. Francis. We almost played them last year. Just for the record, I see that comment. We almost played St. Francis last year, the B team, but we almost played them last year.
The B team.
Oh, you heard that? My
The
bad.
one in Queens?
The B team in Maryland.
No, the one in Maryland. The one in Maryland. The one in
Oh,
Maryland. A Cardinal Hayes schedule will be dropping soon. You guys,
But in New York City, you can't lose, man.
it's tough. It's tough, man. Just like we talking about youth programs.
My thing is, whether you win or lose, man, these kids will find a way. A parent will find a way to complain. Like if
But
they
it's-
want,
Oh, absolutely. You
Dave,
can't make
I
everybody
get your
happy.
point, but it's easier when you lose, man.
no, I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, look at the landscape of transferring everybody. First of all, every kid thinks they're a Division I player.
Absolutely.
No matter how good or how bad they are. Most of the time, parents are. I won't say most of the time. A good amount of time, parents are realistic, but at the same time, you have parents that never even played football before, like whether it be a male or a female, like a mom or dad or whatever, aunt, uncle. Like they sometimes think that this kid is a lot better than what they actually are, and it's like, and you try to explain to them like, no, like your kid has a high ceiling, but their work ethic doesn't match that.
Talk
Right,
about
man.
it.
You're like you can't want a Division I scholarship and you putting in D3 work ethic, during college work ethic.
And we're not just talking about on the field, ladies and gentlemen.
Nah, I'm not
In
talking
the
about.
classroom,
I'm like
in the hallways.
I say it all the time. I tell my kids all the time. We sitting in the first two rows. We taking off our hoods in the building. We pulling up our pants because there's so many times I walk down the hallway with college coaches, and then all of a sudden kids is like no, like that's how you should be from
all the time.
all the time. And it speaks a lot about the kid, right? Because when that coach sees him, it's like, yeah, everybody sees you're a good football player, X, Y, and Z, but this coach has to invest $60,000 to $80,000 a year into you, right? Like, and their family is on the line, right? So if they keep missing on kids, then they won't have a job, right?
Hey, Dave. We could talk to you all night, man, and we probably gonna have to have you back on to talk about the difference between Maryland and New York once you get down there.
Like that?
No, I'm not cutting you off, bro. I'm
No,
not cutting you off. I got a question for you. Me and you gonna talk, right? I want to learn about the recruiting board, how you evaluate the kids. Like, I want you to give me examples of 5-star kids that you've seen this year. I want to hear about that kid that you saw on the field that was excellent. That because the public don't need to know about that stuff. But we got a question in the chat that I think is important for you to answer.
What's up?
Right? So it says, overall, as you guys have spoken about mentorship, does this current environment foster the growth we want to see in these young people, or is it just about football now?
There are definitely people that are there that's doing good things with, when it comes to mentoring, but for the vast majority, it's about football for them. Like, it's not about mentoring for them.
So should those guys be coaching? Is it a coach's job to mentor? Should a coach be a mentor, or is he just a coach?
A coach should definitely be a mentor.
Matt, what do you think? Should a coach be a mentor?
Yeah, I mean, it takes time to develop that mentorship. If you only had the kid for a year or two,
They pull up in the summer. They don't be at work.
Yeah, they kind of iffy in the off season. You try to contact them, it's excuse after excuse.
Yep.
So it's hard. It's hard to build that, and some guys are still making an attempt to try to have that mentorship, but for those who are successful, I would say they have a great group of kids. But if you're not successful at doing that, I don't think you should take it personally on yourself. I think it's more so of the climate that we're living in.
It's our job to mentor. It's a kid's job to receive it, right? Like, I'm gonna be here to drop gems and to tell you what you should do and what you shouldn't do. You shouldn't be going this way. You should be doing this. You should be eating better. Stop drinking that soda. I'm there to actively mentor. But if once this kid leaves from me, right? I work in the building. I'm thankful to be able to work in the building. I'm with the kids from pretty much during the season. It's 7:45, 8 o'clock in the morning till 7 at night, right? Like, so I have a huge part in that mentorship. But there's pockets where they're going to do what they want to do, right? Like, there's probably down in the lunchroom and kids want to hit a vape, they're going to do it, right? I can't be there to hold your hand through it.
Yeah.
Or like, after school, there's that little window where they go something to eat, right? Like, do you want to go to get something to eat and come right back like the coaches asked you, or do you want to deviate and go see this girl that think like you or whatever? Now you bumped into somebody or somebody stepped on your sneaker, like some accidental, but something that small, like what the coaches have like kind of expressed to you what it should look like versus what decisions that you're making. I can't foster that, right? Like even after school, right? Yo, fellas, pick up your progress report, go straight home, let us know you got home, make sure you check in with your parents. We still have parents call, hey, Coach Dave, X, Y, Z, who it is. Like, well, we left practice 30, 45 minutes ago. How far do you guys live? Oh, we live on 83rd and Flatlands. Oh, 3 blocks away from South. How is this kid not home, right? But it's those kind of things, right, where it's like I can't drive every kid home. So yes, we are supposed to be mentors, but it is up to this kid that it's up to the kid to accept that.
Yeah, that's a great point there. Tuck, what do you think about that, man? I just saw a video on Instagram that kind of disturbed me. It was like a 6U team, man, running out with their middle fingers up. What do you think about youth football and coaches as mentors?
Oh, it's great. I love it. I love mentoring kids. I follow them all the way through high school and the ones that's in college right now. I just did a text feed. I need to see all your grade point averages. And they all sent it. Some was good, some was bad. And then we spoke about it. So I love what I'm doing with the kids, man. It's a great thing. You got to mentor them. Because they made the rich rate, defer to the wrong direction in life over a simple thing in school or something that goes wrong in life. So mentoring is a great thing that should be done on youth through high school and even in college. And after college, in life, man.
Absolutely.
Even some adults need to be mentored.
True. I used to say to people all the time that my youth football program wasn't just for kids. Sometimes it was to help adults get through what they've been through and put them around some different people so they could be in a different space. But hey, Dave, I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit, and you're welcome to stay for this, and I'd love for you to chime in. Mac, should there be rules, strict rules, right? Should there be, how about this? Kid can transfer one time in high school, then he has to sit out a year if he tries to transfer again.
In public or
in New York State, period.
Okay.
So I think we should adapt the rule that Jersey has. The rules are a little different between New York and New Jersey because you only can play for the town that you live in. So of course we can't do that because our structure is different. But a rule that they have is if you transfer from your junior to your senior year, you got to miss the first 4 games of your senior year,
regardless of why you transfer.
Even if you move. Well, no, I think if you move, that's the only thing that waives that rule. But if you transfer your junior going into your senior year,
there you go, Matt. Not to cut you off. There's a loophole. You gave a loophole.
Yeah, Mac. We want some ironclad, no loopholes, no ways around it.
What you saying? If you move,
you just said if you move, they can play.
But they have people who go out to the house. The Jersey thing is a little different. They have a department who goes and check if you're there. If you have 2 misses and you're not at that residence, then it goes back to the same rule.
Okay. See,
I know a young man who had that.
Now you're explaining it right.
He had home visits.
I'm thinking you're talking about moves.
So people do try that, but it's too much to follow up on because they have things in place that's gonna kind of check you on that situation.
Now, is that just public to public, or is that public to Catholic too? Like, so both. Here, okay. So in the Catholic League here, I'm not sure if the PSL has any transfer rules the way I see kids move. I don't know if you guys have transfer rules. We have a transfer rule where kids get a free transfer from freshman to sophomore year.
Okay.
You can transfer within the league, freshman and sophomore year, you good to go,
Okay.
right? If you transfer as a sophomore, we had a kid last year who transferred into our building as a sophomore, and he had to sit out his entire junior year.
Oh, you had to miss the whole year?
Missed the entire year. That's the rule.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's the rule.
That's a lot. I mean, I understand it's a rule, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
Why? Why is that a lot, Dave?
Because you can't get back your time.
Yeah, because it's not like you in college where it's like, all right, I sat up myself here, I'm redshirting. Like,
yeah. Never get
like
that time
I'm
back.
with Mac. If you say, yo, you got to set out 3-4 games, like, all right, damn, like, yo, as soon as I get back, I got to turn up the heat.
Yeah.
But to sit out the entire year, I
That's
feel
crazy.
as if it should be, because PSL has the same thing where you're a freshman to sophomore, you just go back on my schools.
Yeah, it's a new school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do a second application. Yep.
But people do the whole safety transfer address joint and all of that. You know, they do all of the BS to move around, which is fine, right? That's cool. But I would say keep it same thing, freshman to sophomore. Then after your sophomore year, you could either miss a couple games, or you gotta have like there has to be some kind of. Well, I don't really care honestly, but if they would have asked me, I would be like miss a couple games. But for me,
so let me push you on that, right?
But it's nothing in place. So fuck it, everybody.
It's a free fall, bro. This joint is,
Yeah, I
bro,
mean,
this joint. I tell Mac all the time, bro. This is the Wild Wild West, bro.
Facts.
And we need to
Wild
stop
Wild
that.
West, bro.
So
Stop that.
Yo,
So-
bro, I've had kids that came into our building, was like, yo, coach, I'm glad you hit me up. Yeah, I almost went to XYZ. Showed me the edits. Like from
Oh my gosh.
Yo, it was crazy. I'm like,
It's wild.
It's the Wild Wild West, bro.
I want to ask you a question, and again, just back on your, they should only get a couple of games. In the Catholic League, our first 3 games are non-conference.
So
Yeah, no. So in Jersey, it don't go like that.
So let it be 3.
It's
So let it be
league
3
games.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let it be 3
Okay.
games. So now they could play like the preseason joints. You know what I'm saying? So they can get some kind of film. But then you X that, and now they out for the first 3 league games.
So I'm gonna put you in Mac's seat, not my seat, but Mac's seat for a second. Mac is a Catholic League coach. He coaches at Christ the King in Queens. He has a sophomore stud up on varsity. Kid is killing. I see him. I call him. Yo, come play for us. We doing better than Christ the King. Y'all lost all y'all games last year. Come play for me. You only got to sit out the first 3 games. Then we rocking and rolling. You good from there, right? You still think that kid should play? He's been recruited out your building.
Yeah, he don't want to be there.
You want to be there?
He was fine being there until someone came and recruited him.
Yeah, but if somebody could just take a kid like that from me, he don't need to be in my program.
Okay.
I'm the wrong person to ask this.
That's
Like,
a fact,
No,
though.
you're the right person. I want to hear from you.
I'm such a loyal dude, like, and I was raised a different way. Like, do you see our coaching staff? Our coaching staff is conducted of a bunch of people that we grew up with. Like, it's different over here. Like, so it's loyalty, right? You give me your word, you got my word, right? Like, it's firm handshakes over here. It ain't the wishy.
no, he's just plain telling you if you don't want to be here, go, bro.
Yeah, and if another coach could just call you up,
And
And
you're
Ryan
willing to sit out 3 games because this dude
bro,
just
you don't
gave
want to
a
be
phone?
there. You don't want to be there.
You never wanted to be here in the first place.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't wanna
Let
be
me. I'm playing
And
devil's advocate.
It's also a lot
You're not going to be able to play devil's advocate with these two, man.
No. Yes, I am.
And just because it don't
You
matter.
at,
Tuck.
yes, it does. You at
You're not, eh?
you
Yeah,
XYZ coach. You XYZ coach, right?
Yeah.
You have no colleges coming in your building.
That's my fault.
Oh.
Colleges
You-
come to South Shore.
You know
Finish,
XYZ. Okay. Okay.
Finish your statement. Finish the
Right. And you have no coaches coming in your building. Then Dave Legree from South Shore calls your kid up and says,
I
"Yo,
don't do that.
I'm just. This is hypothetical, Dave. We know
go
you
ahead.
wouldn't call a kid. We know you wouldn't. do that."
Just make sure Dre put that down as a hypothetical.
Okay,
Don't do
my
that.
bad. Let me say someone who would do that. Matt calls you up, right? And says, "Yo, Yo, we just had Duke, UNC, Ohio State, and Michigan in the building, and they looking for a kid just like you, man. If you was over here, you'd be getting that exposure. That's hard for a kid to turn down, don't you think?
Yeah, but I mean, your point.
Is that kid even good enough to go to those schools?
The kid thinks
Probably.
he is. He thinks he is. Now what?
Go ahead.
You say, hold on, Ed. You saying that if a coach calls and says that they have all of these schools coming into the building, and he thinks that that kid is good enough to be recruited by these schools if he comes to that school, you're saying that he's playing dirty because he's using Division I schools as leverage to get the kid?
I didn't say anything about playing dirty. I'm just saying now that kid leaves,
Uh-huh.
and you banking your next season on that kid playing whatever he's playing for you,
Uh-huh.
right? Should that
Right.
kid be allowed to play the next year now that he's left?
Absolutely. So my
Okay.
thing is, I never want to penalize the kids. Like, I'm all pro kid, whether you're playing with
No matter
me
what he
or-
does.
No matter what he does, because kids are going to be kids. Like at 16, 15, 17, you don't really know. You just kind of going.
So when do you teach the kids the lesson? When do they learn?
You'll learn
When they learn when they
Clearly,
put their hand on the fire, it burns.
Clearly,
College.
they didn't learn it in college either.
Yeah, they don't learn in college too much either.
So wait, so you think it's we just talked about being mentors? Now we passing the buck on life lessons to college coaches. Okay,
No, I
understand
didn't.
now.
I said clearly
That's
they're
what-
not learning in college. But what I'm
Okay.
saying is, it's our job. Again, it's our job to mentor. Right? When a kid meets me and the parents meet me, they're meeting a genuine person. They're meeting someone that's front line for them, their kids, their family, with whatever. If they need something, if I can help, if I can facilitate it, if I don't have the answer, I'll try to go find the answer. They are meeting a person that's genuine and for them, for their kid. If they, on the other hand, feel like, yo, this coach just hit me up and said, yo, they got Syracuse head coach in the building. Yo, you only had I only had the special teams coordinator was only at South Shore, but you know this school got the head coach there. Fran Brown was there. All right, yo, cool, go ahead, knock yourself out. The same film that I gave to the special teams coach is the same film that Fran Brown gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
Absolutely.
if you feel like meeting Fran Brown is that notch up, then go ahead by all means.
Okay.
But Ed, when you were saying mentoring, the kid gotta accept it.
That's what
That too.
Hey,
I said.
guys,
I said that 30 minutes ago. A ton.
I'm just trying to put guys on. You know, I'm just playing devil's advocate, right? I don't
told
got a
you
dog in
5
that
minutes
race.
ago it's not going to work, but you still want to
So
carry on.
yeah, I know.
The
I hear you.
kids shouldn't be penalized though, Ed.
All right, okay.
I
I got another question for you.
What's up?
Another question, yes or no question, please, because I got a follow up. Is transferring in the high school ranks out of control? Yes or no, Mac?
Yes.
Okay. Yes or no, Tuck?
Yes.
Yes or no, Mr. Legree?
Absolutely.
Okay. What does out of control mean then? And if it's out of control, how do we fix it? Do we legislate?
That's happening
it?
too much.
We don't need to fix it.
If it's out of control, you don't have to.
We don't need to stop it. It should be tweaked. It should be tweaked, right? There should be rules to it, but at the end of the day, these kids are gonna find ways, bro. Like some of these parents, man, like they give it up crazy, bro. Like it's and I'm with Mac. I don't really blame the kids, bro. This kid is 15, 16, 17 years
Yeah,
old.
man, young.
Like
That's true.
their parents, like these kids are allowing. I mean, these parents are allowing their kids to make decisions that they shouldn't have the authority to make.
So
And Ed, you want the kid to get slammed.
Wait.
No,
so-
I just want
no,
the kid to
no,
get.
no,
wait,
I want the
wait.
kid to get a pow.
No,
4
no,
games.
no.
Pow.
No,
That's it.
no, don't do that. I don't want the kid to get anything. I'm just playing the opposite of what you guys are saying. If you
Got
guys
it.
would have said,
So Ed, when Dave just said it's the parents, you said it's true, correct?
absolutely, parents are definitely part of this.
So when I said it in youth, You disagree with it.
No, see, this is what I
Way to
said.
bring that back, Tuck.
That's what I said.
Way
That's
to
what I
bring
said.
that back,
You know,
Tuck.
you know what's crazy?
Don
Because of-
DeMarco.
Yeah.
Because of Lau, everybody want to attack me.
No, I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just trying to make it.
I hear you.
How is it? How is it?
I'm
good
gonna explain what I said before.
Yo, you know what? You don't
We
have
got
to
it.
No, I gotta explain. I gotta explain
We're
it.
gonna go Professor X on me. Now
Yep, we got him, Drake.
We got
No,
it.
I know. Listen. This is what happens. The coaches started it in youth football. They passed it along to the parents, and the parents are passing it along to kids. So when I said it wasn't the parents' fault, it's because they wasn't the genesis of the problem. They're just a byproduct of it. That's all I meant.
All right, Malcolm X. I got you.
All right. Don't be hoodwinked, bamboozled, all led astray by this.
I don't know, man. I feel like some of these parents, like you go out to some of these youth games, bro.
It's the
I
parents.
feel you, but the parents are getting that. And Tuck, we have these conversations. I don't want to go to our personal conversations, but you got coaches all over social media talking about transfer portal, who's next, posting committed video flicks, and I'm not just talking about youth coaches. High school coaches is posting committed pictures now, right? And I'm not knocking y'all. Do y'all thing. If that's what y'all want to do y'all thing. But the parents feed into that. It's like going after a
because
chick.
they
You buy
feel
some
like
flowers.
Ray gonna get her out the hood.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
or the pops, he wasn't nice, but his son scored 2 touchdowns last week. Now he at work going crazy. Yeah, my son next up. His youth league coach that be smoking weed with him. Yeah, he goes to the league. This is what happens, bro. So now me as a coach, I'm the bad guy because I tell you your kid has potential, or your kid ain't that good. Oh, why you don't want to know my son? Your son ain't that good. And
That's
one
funny.
thing that we got away from this year at South Shore that the conversation's already been had, we got away from recruiting parents. Like that really that hurt us. Like we got away from that 300 mentality. I don't know if y'all seen that movie 300 where it's like
Yeah.
it don't quality over quantity. Like we got to this like, oh yeah, we got to have a lot of numbers and we got to have this. Or we got 85 kids now. Like then you know how many how many more parents you got to deal with, and you can't really tap into everybody like that. And it just you got away from like the essence of what made us good. And at the end of the day, like you start really seeing that like you know, like even like certain coaches where we'll see them where it's like, oh, you got them on your team? You got him on your team? Someone was a headache in youth league. We played against him. He got kicked out every time we played him. Oh, he be doing dirty stuff. And it's like, again, right, when you bring them into your culture, you bring them into your school, like for us, we feel like we can bring a kid into our camp, our culture, and we can make a difference, right? Because that's just the mentality. We're retarded like that, or I can't say that word, right? We aren't. We just think that we got
Not as an educator.
innate ability to change everybody, and it's not the case, bro. Like sometimes you gotta sometimes this kid is who this kid is. My father told me this a long time ago. When people show you who they are, believe
them.
And we try to save so many people, and it backfired this year. Like some of those transfers, some of the people that's still there, like are hurting the program, not helping the program. And we got so much talent. Like everybody feel like we lost so much. But we got so much talent, bro. We still got so much. We got so much talent coming in.
Really?
Right? We're never gonna let that overshadow the work that we're putting in, that we've put in, all the work that I've put in over these years. I'm not gonna let the outside noise ever jade that, right? Like the work that we put in, the work that I've put in over these years, that's always gonna supersede the nonsense.
Okay, so Mac, you said that it was out of control, and out of control, you said it was about the volume. There's just too many people transferring. Should there be a cap on how many transfers you can bring in
per school?
Yeah,
I like that.
Okay,
I like that. 10.
That's a whole.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the whole side of the ball, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the whole side of the ball.
That's special teams without the kicker. Like, what we talking about?
You saying you can't bring 10 kids in the offseason?
I can't. I don't know how you could. We don't.
No, I never said I could.
Okay, yeah, 10 is outrageous. We be
I
lucky to
can.
get one transfer.
65 Flatlands Avenue. I'm here for about a month more. Yo, holla at me, man.
Hey, Dave, you being such a stand-up guy, there's no way that you're asking kids to go to a place you're leaving.
Absolutely.
Yo, why not, man? Yo, the foundation is laid, bro. Like, we built the foundation. Like, this was never just me. Like, no matter what people try to make it seem or whatever, or because I'm the figurehead or whatever, this ain't me.
Oh, absolutely. I know the guys over there is stand-up dudes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
The foundation has been laid.
That was a good plug, Dave.
Yeah.
You got that through.
Nice little no look.
Yeah, that was good. That was good, Dave. That was good. When I catch you at the game, on Saturday or Sunday. Just had a advertising fee at that game. But exactly. Thank you. We are charging for that ad. Absolutely. I see you at the game, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll find out what time you playing. You know what I mean? But let me just talk about Dave as a recruiter. One day I was out watching a youth all-star team practice, and Dave was playing in a football game. This man saw me, turned around and said, Yo, who them kids? What they doing? Like, yo, bro, you playing right now.
I just caught a touchdown too.
Like, yo, you playing right now. I started recruiting.
I was trying to find out who they were. They was kind of big kids. I was like, dang, like, are they like already in high school? Then I seen Ed. I said, oh, this is a perfect little segue. Like, Ed gonna introduce. I'm gonna be talking to Ed. I already had a play. I'm gonna be talking to Ed. Somebody's gonna come say what's up to Ed. I'm gonna just go ahead and just talk to that person. Perfect. Dude was like, oh yeah, what's up, coach? How you doing? He introduced himself. Oh, he told me, oh, Coach Dave LeGree. Okay. All right, Ed. Just started moving and grooving.
I was tight. Dave, what you doing, man? Like, get out of here.
Grooving through there.
Yeah, but
we only got one kid from that situation though.
I didn't get any. That's what I'm talking about, man. I strike out way more times than I succeed, man. Despite what people think.
That's a part of the game. Yo, recruiters like talking to, like, when you was in college, bro. You talking to a girl. You say to yourself like, yo, I struck out with this one. It's about 40 more things in here. I gotta just keep going.
Not me, man. I'm a married man for a long time. You know what I'm saying.
You wasn't married in college. I said college, bro.
Yo, please. Not on this show, man.
All right.
Get me out of here, man. I feel like I'm making perfect sense. They
No,
trying
no,
to
no.
Dave, you are making perfect sense.
No, Dave, you're good. You're good, Dave. I don't want to see a broom in the back.
Oh, shit.
Yo, you see what he said? Yo, Lyle, stop, man. Lyle, that offer, that bag just got a little smaller, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I want to say something too. I was in the background when y'all mentioned Lau getting a bag. So Lau got a coaching, well, not a coach of the edits and the social media offer from a 1AA school, man. But he felt like the bag wasn't right. But it just I wanted to make sure I shout my guy out to just
Oh wow,
show all of the things that he's doing, that he's done for us at South Shore. It doesn't go unnoticed, man. You know,
it
like,
doesn't.
unfortunately, obviously, you know, what the bag wasn't good enough for him, for his liking. But, you know, just for him to be recognized and, you know, for that call to come through for him, man. So, you know, definitely.
Congrats.
What was that? The number 7 video was fire. I was all, yo, who's 7? Who's that?
Oh,
that
yeah,
video was
Jersey.
fire.
Yeah.
I just want to say, Lyle, I felt a little pressure when y'all was talking about y'all was going after the number 1 spot with followers. I felt a lot of pressure because I think we was number 1 at the time, and you guys never mentioned us, so I appreciate you not mentioning us. And then you guys went through the roof. So just so you know, I'm coming for you this year, Lyle. I got some things in the work. We coming to take that spot.
Yo, it's crazy how many things Lau can't post. Like, you know, like, not like because it's like derogatory or anything, but it's like he, like, just with his mind, the way his mind works or whatever. It's just like, you know, you don't want people to feel away or anything like that, but it's just so like pro us pro the school, like pro the
Yeah,
kids.
I feel you.
But it's like, you know,
Hey,
like
Lyle, if you don't want to feel handicapped, handcuffed
right,
by the
yeah,
administration, the coaches on the staff who's supposed to be your brothers, you know where to come. Come to death row.
Yo, Matt.
Yeah,
You see
I
this,
know.
Matt?
I know.
yeah, son. Good
I
job.
know.
But when I mentioned BU,
I know. Yeah,
open up this Saturday.
yeah.
Yo, I didn't
Now
mention
LJ
nobody.
Now
You know?
LJ told me he got a gag order.
Yeah, here go LJ.
Man.
Yo, I didn't mention where he should go.
LJ, stop the cap. You got a gag order too, LJ. Stop the
Ooh.
cap.
Yo, we need to get LJ up here because LJ gag order. LJ's Mr. Propaganda. That's his new nickname. I'm not gonna say exactly why I call him that, but woo, that's Mr. Propaganda right there. LJ, don't worry, man. If Lyle turned down this bag, you know what I'm saying, I got a Louis joint for you. You know what I mean?
Yo, you know what? You know what? We're gonna have a conversation after this.
That's what I've been asking for.
Because this guy's crazy, bro. Like
That's what I've been
That's
asking
crazy,
for.
bro.
That's what I've been asking for. David, I really appreciate you being up here, man.
Absolutely, bro.
Great
Thank you,
conversation. You might have to be like a recurring guest or something. Because you got a lot of insight, man. We haven't even we got to touch on your journey as a recruit. What it was like back in 1983 when you was being recruited, and
83 is crazy.
3 is insane.
oh my bad, if I'm
Who's
bad,
the
you're
youngest
not.
person on this cast right now?
That's not true.
Hell no.
28.
Hell no. I graduated high school in 2010. He definitely, I swear to God, I swear. He played with my older cousin. Yeah, Darryl Bell.
Are you serious,
Yeah,
man?
I swear to God. Yeah.
2010?
I was at 2010. Yeah, I came to y'all game. I think I was in the 8th grade. I was watching you play.
Yo, what kind of shirt?
Yo, can Mac drink?
Did Dre have a Farrell shirt on?
That's what I'm saying. Was that a Farrell shirt? Was that a Fordham shirt? What was Dre rocking? Yo, we gonna talk about that, Dre. But
Checks Mac
Yo,
ID game.
in my defense, everything glitched for a minute, and somehow I just showed up on the screen.
That's Farrell?
No. I'll see the guy
2010, word, Pete.
offline.
Dre, what's
Yeah.
up, bro?
yeah, so I graduated high school in none of your business, and
2010.
man, you made me forget my
man,
train of
that's
thought.
crazy. I graduated high school 07, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Damn,
I came to the game in the 8th grade, bro.
Yo, that was 20 years ago, bro.
It was the 8th grade.
You almost my age.
Just imagine when you graduated. If I graduated 20 years.
But seriously, we got to get you on just to talk about, because recruiting today completely different than when you was cutting the VCR tape to make your highlights, right? Because it wasn't huddle back then.
Nah, it was no huddle. I remember so first off, my shout out to my head coach, my OC, Coach Salvato, Coach Carbonero. They over at Madison right now. I used to be with them. We used to watch film every Monday, so we used to have to do film exchanges. So, we were like
It's
after
back
school.
when they used to meet in the parking lot.
I'm about to say we used to have to like drive to meet coaches.
Yes.
Like I used to say to myself, like, yo, like first couple of times, I'm like, what the hell are we going? Like, but depending on who you played, bro, it was like some of those drives was ridiculous, and it's way different now. Like you dragging and clicking now. Like for us, like we was like in the car, like moving around. Then we brought this like 10 DVD disc player. So like I was, once my recruiting started picking up a little bit, it was like more schools that was like requesting my film and stuff. So we got away from the VHSs and went with the DVDs. And this joint made mad noise. It made like this screeching noise, bro. Like, and it would just be in the field house. And it took like 30 to 45 minutes to copy all the DVDs, and then we was just sending them out. And I remember like just real quick, my probably two best college stories real quick is when Miami came to see me, and then when Purdue, they had this kid. They was talking about this other kid, and my head coach like he's like, yo, like my kid can outthrow this dude, you know, this and the third. He's like, oh, well, you know, you guys are from New York. Y'all don't really play football in New York. He's like, when you have a camp? He's like, we got a camp this weekend. It was like Wednesday. Coach Salvato called my grandmother and said, yo, we got to get Dave to Indiana. Flights was ridiculous. So he's like, yo, you know what? That Thursday, he decided, like, yo, him and Coach Carbonero are going to drive me all the way to Indiana. So 17 hours in a car. I went out there, got an offer on the spot. And, you know, Notre Dame was there too, Charlie Weiss. They already had Jimmy Clausen committed, but
Jimmy Clausen.
Yeah, he loved me on the spot. Like he's like, yo, big, physical, could throw the ball, this and the third. So yeah, I got some good memories, some Elite 11 memories.
Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor, Ryan Mallett.
Ryan Mallett. Wow.
Yeah, we gotta get you back to talk about. We gotta talk about that recruiting. Game. Yo, and for the high school kids that's on here, a VHS tape is like this big box thing that was like this and had some black tape in it. A DVD is a circular disc, right? I know y'all don't know anything about those things.
Yeah, you have to have 2 VCRs and play one and record one.
Yeah, yep. I've seen those in movies. I didn't experience them in real life, like Dave did, but I've heard about them.
So, man, I thank y'all for having me, man.
Appreciate you.
You know, y'all my guys, man. So I appreciate it. Love what you guys are doing. Keep putting on for the city. I'm definitely gonna be back for the All-Star game, Mac.
Yeah, that's good to hear, man. I didn't know that. That's good to hear.
So
I don't know why you keep telling Max that.
Mac, let me know how many points we scored last year, so we got to make sure we you know.
So
I'm gonna have you on that Zoom when we do the draft too, man.
No. So Dave,
He said no.
down below is where you really need to be.
Well,
The Rising Star Bowl game, because there's some talented kids who may be in offenses that won't showcase them the way you will. That's where you really need to be.
I asked Dave, man. He declined me twice. I asked him twice. He declined me twice. I'm like, you know what? All right, bro.
Do it for the culture, Dave.
I got my personal reasons why I don't want to do the high school guys.
I understand, man. I understand.
I think Mac know I'm going with it, but
Yeah. I can definitely see.
I understand.
I'm trying to be a better person, so you know.
Work in progress.
I'm working on myself, man.
Work in progress.
So,
I heard some things. Work in progress.
Rudy,
I didn't have a Betamax. Rudy, I had an 8-track though. If anyone knows what that is.
I don't know what that is.
8 tracks.
8-track.
8-track.
I send you a picture. But again, Dave, we really appreciate you being on. Lau, you got 2 hours tonight. Oh, just in case guys ain't see it on IG, we will be back Friday. With another show. Right after this show, I'm going to drop what the topic is. It's going to be a goodie. Dave might want to jump back on for that one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you now, man. The topic is going to be kids have to develop. Should coaches develop? And we're going to talk about whether guys are getting out the clinics, whether guys are working on their craft, you know, whether guys are updating what they're doing to help these kids showcase.
What is that criteria to be a coach?
Whoa. That's in post-production, Dave. We talk about that in post-production. But let me close this out, man. That's going to do it for this episode of After the Snap. If there's one thing we hope you take away with you, is that the biggest mistakes in football rarely happen under the lights. They happen in the decisions that are made long before kickoff. Our goal is simple. We give families, athletes, and coaches clarity, perspective, and confidence. So you're not reacting to the moment, you're moving with a plan. And because success isn't just what happens on the field, it's about playing the game off the field the right way. We'll see you next time. And that's this Friday on After the Snap.
Peace.
It's the After the Snap, where the city talks back. Talk the game off the field with Tuck and Mac. First we break it down, then we'll build it back. From uptown to the bridge, we dissecting the gaps. From the whistle to the chats, we don't fumble the facts. If it's happening in the 5, then it's after the snap.